When you talk about The Rock, it's the closest thing to a robot. And I mean this in the best way possible. He'll get up 3 o'clock in the morning, go do cardio for 30, 40 minutes. Sometimes he'll get 2 hours of sleep. Go eat a steak and like 8 eggs. 30 minutes later, do workout for 2 hours and he's, weightlifting. Then he'll go to work, go and shoot a movie and he's there all day and he's eating every 2-3 hours on the dot. All of the exact protein to fucking carbs to vegetables. And the man go get 5-6 hours of sleep on a good day and do the same thing all over again every single day. It's inspiring working with him. He got me on my shit. I just monitored and I watched and I observed and I took certain elements of how I want to incorporate that into my life. When you see somebody and they show you what's possible, that's what we need. When you're able to make it tangible, then it's without shadow of a doubt that you can make it happen.
I used to tell myself specifically, I cannot be fucking broke.
Could you ever have imagined being where you are today?
No, my goal wasn't to be here in Hollywood, making movies, hopefully with a little bit of longevity. That was never my goal. Completely honest with you guys, complete transparency. My goal was just to not be broke. And I used to tell myself this all the time, excuse me for cussing, but in the spirit of just being completely open, I used to tell myself specifically, I cannot be fucking broke. We struggled a lot growing up. I saw how hard my dad was working his ass off. We traveled all around. I saw what the end of the road was. And that was being evicted and not having any money and him and my mom scrapping in Tampa. For me, it was, I cannot be broke. I don't want that for them and I don't want that for my family. I am gonna scratch and claw and kick and bite and fight my way to have more than $7.
I realized when I look back at the times when I felt like something is missing or I felt a little bit unhappy is because I've been so involved with spending all my time with my girl that I didn't have any time to spend with the guys.
Right.
And you need guy time. Otherwise it's just, you're gonna feel like something is missing. And you need capable guys who you can share ideas with and talk to. And you also need some guys just to give you a bit of shit every now and then, keep you grounded.
You gotta keep standards high and always be kind of chasing each other and always be keeping your appearance right. And when you do go on a date night or a night out with each other, kind of think like you kind of just met. Yeah, I know that's hard to do, but you get into that mindset that, hey, I'm bringing this girl on a date. Yeah, she's my girlfriend for years, but you just gotta forget about that. You reset.
I think if you can create a culture of trying to keep impressing each other, maybe it's through the way you dress, you're both staying in the gym, still trying to turn each other on, if it becomes kind of a communal effort.
I was in Ramadi, my last deployment to Iraq, and my wife asked me to send a picture of where I slept at night. She said, the kids want to see where you're sleeping. We were in an old regime kind of palace. Took some pictures of my wife and kids and put them up around the bed.
Wow.
And then I took a picture of it. And then I took all those things back down, I put them back in the folder, I put them back in the drawer. The last thing I needed to be thinking about while I was away on deployment was thinking about my wife and kids. What I needed to be thinking about was the guys that were with me, that were counting on me to make the right decisions. And so I didn't want to be thinking about my wife and kids. I would talk to my wife maybe once a week. I would tell her everything's great, everything's fine. And she would tell me the same thing. As far as I knew, everything was good, and as far as she knew, everything was good, and that was what seemed to work well.
People only fail because they get caught up into what winning was. You're supposed to fail at some point in time. You're supposed to get knocked down a couple times. You're supposed to lose. That's how you learn. Perfection is only a word because imperfection was discovered. You can't be perfect without knowing what imperfect is. You have to experience imperfection at some point to go, now I'm perfect. And that's what people don't realize. I see that. That's a clear vision.
Some people don't come in your life to love you. They come into your life to use you. They don't come to bring to your life. They come to take from it. They don't see you as a person. They see you as an opportunity. Trust me, I've been there. These are the type of people that don't love you for you. They love you for what they can take from you. They're not loyal to you. They're loyal to the benefits that come with you. That's why they never show up, no matter how many times you showed up for them. That's why they never offer help, no matter how many times you've helped them. For real, stop breaking your back for people who clearly don't got yours. I live by this, you don't have to live by it. But if it's not reciprocated, then that relationship has to be annihilated.
Tell me something that other people value that you don't.
I'd say it's probably being understood. okay with being this.
Wow.
I just think it's the reality. I just don't think you will ever be understood by everyone, and so it's okay. Like, I don't value being understood anymore. I used to love being.
I want to take that as a superpower.
My best shit comes when my back is against the fucking wall, bro. When shit is really fucking bad, that's where the brilliance comes out. Sometimes it takes that pressure, man. Sometimes it takes that real pressure to really think and also push us into the positions that we're meant to be in.
The rich and successful are the types of people that create more and consume less. Successful people who really make a lot of money, have a lot of impact and influence, are constantly creating things, right? They're creating opportunities, they're creating events, they're creating content, podcasts, YouTube, social media posts that are helping humanity or helping grow their businesses. The broke and the losers of humanity are consumers. They're constantly wasting their time consuming television, Netflix, content. Listen, man, I love the fact that you listen to my show or watch it on YouTube. However, what other things are you wasting your time on? If you're just watching my show or listening to my show just to get the dopamine hit, but you're not going to take action on it, quite honestly, don't bother. Don't bother. Save yourself the 30, 40 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, however long the episode is, and go do something else of value.